What is up, guys? Back on the streets in the golf cart. Just trying to figure out life. Selling an electronic drum set that I had. So this guy's out here. He's taking it. All he's got left is the seat. Then I'm going to try to get on the laptop. I'm waiting for them to sell me the money. Show me the money. I appreciate it.
How many kids you got?
4.
Okay. I don't know what you're dealing with then.
We got a lot going on. But hey, thanks again. I appreciate it.
I still have a bunch of those at the house. Not that long when I did smaller sets that they could.
Oh, it's Hot Wheels cars are fun. They're fun.
That's great when you get them down. I got some of the ones that were motorized or shoots the cars around.
Oh yeah, yep.
So they'd always try to go for distance, how long.
Yeah, how long you can keep it going for.
Yeah, and I'd start looking for the Hot Wheel cars design that had the ability for low gravity kind of stuff.
Man, you got dialed in with it. Yep.
Yeah, because they got the brothers. Well, the one.
Guys, I got the baby sleeping. I'm about to pop these waffles. It's 11 o'clock. And then I'm going to go on the computer and start working. I'm making coffee. I hear the baby waking up. So I don't think I'm doing anything. I need to get the baby monitor. What am I trying to show you? Oh, I was going to show you the Shopify thing. It's all dirty because I took it in my car. Because one time I was trying to make a video with it in my car. I clicked on my computer last night when I walked out of the room. It said update and shut down, and I came back in. It's still on 89%. I tried restarting the computer. It still won't do anything. Can't win. Gotta go get the laptop. The baby monitor, just in case the baby wakes up. It's not in the Porsche. I thought it was. Must be in the truck. Yep. Well, there goes that. I had crazy good sales on, look, I named one of my campaigns Let's Go because I was so tired and I just wanted it to do good. I had crazy good sales on the 25th and I'm like, why was it doing so good? See, look, spent 1,000, made 5. That spent 0, made 4. That's 400. That's not accurate because it'll show you I'm on the campaign budget. I mean campaign level. If I go into the ad set budget level for that 400 one, it shows what I spent. But all right, so I'm like, so you can see here how I broke down my ad sets. Inside of one campaign, I have a retargeting. I have the audience inside. This is for retargeting. I have a catalog, which is broad, going to people. They're seeing the catalog, like all of our products. And then I have winners, which is like 3 or 4 ads that I know have been killers for me, like top of funnel, like bringing people to the business. And you can see here, look, see the breakdown? Oh, gotta go. What is up, guys? Daily Driven Daddy DDD back in action. My daily budget on that main campaign was 1,000, and because overall the whole thing is doing good, over it's been running for a little while, but now I'm going up 10% today. See, so I'm just 1,100, and then tomorrow I can go up another 10% if I want. I'm just going to keep scaling it. See, cost per purchase $13. But I'll use Triple Whale and I'll see like how accurate this is, this Facebook data, and also I'll see what percentage is new customers versus returning customers. Because sometimes some like Klaviyo and Attentive Texting, some of those sales can be attributed to Facebook. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera because I'm shaking the baby. All right, guys, I'm getting in the truck. I got Chex Mix and a water. I gotta go pick up some more kids. All right, I've been working in Starbucks for a few hours, getting back in the truck. Now the truck's becoming like the 911. The front turn signal stopped working. Now the tailgate keeps opening on its own. I just pulled over, got out, closed it, and then about 10 minutes later, it opened on its own again. So it must be like a short in the circuit or something, I don't know. But yeah, now the F-250 is not so dialed, kind of like the 911. All right, I just got done an epic game of basketball with 10 6-year-olds. Guys, I'm back at the house. Changed my shirt because I was sweating so bad. I feel like I've aged like 5 years in 3 months. Where my hairline's going, but he's definitely got some plans that I didn't make. He's definitely got a trip planned or something because he's going somewhere Holy. And I got my waffle. I'm eating off a paper towel. I like to remember, even if I'm tired and stressed out with business or, you know, like anything, just managing all this stuff, you got to remember how quick it goes. One day you're going to miss it. You're going to be like sitting alone in some chair somewhere thinking, man, it went so quick. I wish I could have them all back right now. You know what I mean? I'm not real weird into all this kind of stuff, but have you ever seen the chart of frequencies compared to human emotion? It's pretty wild if it's real. Look, I got a book that says mindset. I'm like, I'm not really into all this stuff. No, I've never read that. It's just sitting there. These are just books that I don't know where we got these books. Oh, look, I got a Breitling catalog. That was when I was all into watches. But the hidden potential. I bought that for my wife as like a gift. Oh, and my son got me this awesome Porsche book. Look, went on like some site and found this like vintage Porsche book. Look, it's when I had the 993. This book's cool, I'm telling you, if you like Porsche. No, but what I was saying was like shame is like a frequency of 20 or something like that. And then the higher up you go in the frequencies, the higher up the emotion, the better the emotion is. Like happiness, gratitude. Gratitude's really, really, really close to like almost the top frequency, like enlightenment or something. But that's what I was getting at, is that sometimes if you're feeling like, I don't know, sometimes you'll feel a certain way, like, oh, you think the grass is greener on the other side, or I always come up with crazy ideas with my life, or like, we should do this, we should do that, like trying to fill a void. You can fill that void with just gratitude. I like to think, like I say to my wife sometimes, like, it's like a quote, like, make better use of what we have. Like, you have everything you need. You know what I mean? We just be grateful for it. You know, you can fill that void. My left arm is going to be like Schwarzenegger at my back from holding her. I just walk in circles. I probably get 10,000 steps a day. I haven't gone to the gym in like 2 weeks. I've just been walking around with her. Computer's stuck on updating on 89. Let me know if anyone knows how to fix it. I shut it off and turn it back on. It's still updating. When she is asleep in your arms, it's like a ticking time bomb. You have to put her down into the crib really slow, and if you mess up, it's like a mine. It's like trying to cut the red wire, dude. You cut the red wire, you cut the wrong wire. There's no turning back. You gotta start all over again. You gotta start all over again. Any of you guys that are sitting around saying, I want to have an e-commerce business, I want to invest in real estate, I want to start something, dude, I want to go to the gym, I want to do this, I want to do that. Just go do it. What's stopping you? Nothing's stopping you. But what I'm saying is, I'm just saying, if you're one of those people that is like analysis paralysis and you're just waiting around for everything to be perfect, it's never going to be perfect, dude. You just got to do it. When I started the e-commerce business with my wife, we were, what was about 3 years in after having a baby. And we were doing all this same stuff. You know what I mean? And it was chaos. It was more of like a raccoon in the corner. I didn't have a choice. I had to fight my way out kind of thing. Like, I was like, we got to figure out something. So that helped. But you get what I'm saying. I'm not saying this in a mean way. Like, you guys that aren't doing anything. I'm saying the ones that want to do it. Like the ones that say, I want to start a business. I'm just not, I don't know, I'm not ready or something. You know what I mean? It's like, you'll never really be ready. You just do it. Like, you just start doing. The doing removes the stress. The feeling of that stress. Feeling is your internal vision of what you think your reality is supposed to be doesn't match your reality. You got to start the doing to make it the pictures align. If you don't ever start the doing to make the pictures align, you know what I mean? You're remain in that stress feeling. But the doing makes you feel like you're taking steps. You're building the staircase one step at a time, and you're walking your way towards that picture that you see in your mind, that of what you know you're supposed to be or what you know you can be. So you got to do the do. Do the do. Is that a Mountain Dew? Maybe that's how they came up with that. Here comes the cut in the wire. I think I cut the wire. Never mind. All right, I think I'm out. Now we got one problem. My computer. Remember I told you I had a computer repair company? Well, I was just a kid trying to repair computers with malware bytes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug it, because every time I shut the computer down and put it back in, it it still says it. So I'm going to hold the button down, hold the power button with the computer unplugged, because that should like discharge all the capacitors in the computer. Like anything is storing, like sometimes, you know, like a motherboard. Oh, they have a battery, I think. But I'm saying, like, I don't know, maybe this will do something. I have no clue what I'm doing. I just hope it will. Oh, look at the cat did to the plant. All right, let's plug this bad boy back in, see what happens. Oh, there she goes. She's humming. Let's fire it back up. We got something. Is this the BIOS? What is this? Oh, we got some action. We're hacking the mainframe. Drink a coffee while it's doing its thing. I'd love to have some merch, but I had that Teespring store, and this is exactly why I never liked drop shipping. They took, oh, I got an Ethereum mug from back in the day. They took forever, dude, to print and send those orders out. See, I can't operate a business like that. I need to be in control. So if I'm going to do it, I want to freaking do it myself. Like, go to rushordertees.com and order all the shirts and have them here or at our office and fulfill them from there. You know what I mean? Like, just send them out. Boom, 4 days, you got the shirt. Shout out to everybody that joined the Stocks Picks clubs. I don't want to jinx it, but dude, the Joel Greenblatt formula seems to be working. And I'm not saying that to get people to sign up. I'm saying it because I'm actually surprised. It could just be a fluke. Like yes, we're back. The first stock that I recommended since I got it, I don't know if anyone got it, but since I got it, it's up like 8.38% in my account. And then the two that I dropped for September, I don't know if anyone got in it, but that went up 2.25%, and then the other one went up, I think, about the same. But one of them looks like it's going to drop hard today, so I don't know. But I think what it is the formula just systematically has you buy stocks that were crushed and oversold, and then you get, because they have a high earnings yield, so you know that the businesses are like the price of the share. It's like the inverse of the PE ratio. So it's like, you know, it has a low PE. It's like undervalued. And it has a high return on capital, so you know they're making money with their money. So it's like, you know, the business is functional. So I think it's just I see why it could work in the long term. So I'm interested in holding it. I don't have a ton in it right now. I have about 25,000 in the picks. I mean, it's not a little bit. I mean, I'm actually in them. So I have about 25,000. But it is taken away from my dividend investing a little bit, except for the first name. The first name has a really strong, a really good dividend, higher than SCHD. So I love the first name. All right, we're back in action. The first thing that I do when I get on the computer is I go to my triple whale and I see like how negative I am for the day. Like starting out, I'm just like, where are we at? And this is showing me my net profit after cost of good. That's August 7th. I have my bookmark saved to August 7th. I wish that was today. That day was dialed in. I can't believe it's the 28th already. This is insane. Please be. All right, we're positive. I don't care, but my new customer acquisition cost is high as hell. What in the hell is going on with that? Blended's okay, but my new... Oh, dude, what in the world? I don't like that. So what I'll do is I'll go over here in Triple Whale, and I'll go to Attribution, and I'll go to Ads, and then I'll go, instead of Google, I go to Meta. I go to Meta. And then I have one campaign running right now. I scaled things down to scale them back up. So I have one campaign running. And if you go into this campaign, you'll find that I have three ad sets inside the campaign. So we can see here, new customer acquisition cost is 67 across the board. New customer purchase percentage. So this is what percentage of orders are from a new customer. I just do that because I like to look at it. And then profit, I made that column. So that's average order value. That's the order value minus the I forget what it was. Minus the cost to acquire the customer. So it's basically this subtracted from each other, basically. But on an order level basis, not all the orders, but it should end up being similar. But what it is it's the gross profit per transaction is the easiest way to sum it up. All right, so then I'll go in here and I'll be like, all right, we'll go into the campaigns and see what in the hell's going on. So I've got my retargeting campaign. This is all inside of, ad set, all inside of one campaign. So we can see here, I can quickly tell like why it's happening. Oh, I'll tell you what's happening, and I'm gonna fix it today. So what is happening is this. because I put this retargeting inside this campaign as an ad set, I tried this for fun to see what the performance would be like. Because sometimes Meta, with the machine learning, will actually figure out what each ad set and what each ad is good at doing. And then what it'll do is it'll allocate the money to each one depending on what it wants to do with all your ads. Like you give it a ton of ads and it's like, this one seems to be good as a retargeting. This one seems to be good as this. So I wanted to see if I had it all in one campaign, if it could figure it out like that. But I know what's happening now. The retargeting is the best performing of the cost of the blended CPA. I know it doesn't look like that right here because it has this is a lower CPA, this $10 one, and that's my winners. But what I'm saying is this. All the money's going to the retarget because it's getting the most interactions. So I need to pull this retargeting out of this campaign and let it be its own campaign, which that's what I usually have all the time. This was a test. So I'll pull this retargeting out, and then this catalog and this winners, what it'll do is it'll be like more of a top of funnel, and then the retargeting will be a separate campaign that I can scale up. And then my new customer acquisition cost won't be so high. The reason the new customer acquisition cost is so high on this is because this retargeting campaign is mainly being shown to people that have come to the website, and I actually have pretty much everyone in there. So I'm not excluding barely anyone. Like people that purchased in the past 10 days. It just got an order just now. It highlights yellow if it gets an order. But I don't know if it made any sense. But I'm going to probably pull this retargeting out of here and then put it in its own campaign. But at the same time, dude, this campaign setup did amazing on the 25th. Look, let me show you on the 25th. That's why I thought this is the setup. Because on the 25th, dude, on the 25th, hold on, let me open this up. On the 25th, look at this. It did good. Look, I spent $145, but my new customer acquisition cost, do you see what I'm talking about? See how high it is on the retargeting? That's set number 77. See, retargeting to the top one. Look, $77 for a new customer. But you see how inexpensive these other two were for new customers? For me, that $10 one, dude, I could ride with that all day long. So what I'm getting at is I'm going to probably take out this retargeting one because it seems to be being shown to new regular customers the most. So if you see like the purchase percentage, see new customer, I put that new customer purchase percentage in there in Triple Whale because I need some campaigns that are going to just mainly new customers, or at least 50%, like you see almost 50% with the other one too, but not 28. That could be its own campaign. But this day, because these numbers were good, I'll go over back to the summary where you can see the profit. Because this day did good. Look, I did 5K in profit, and my blended was 4 to acquire a customer, and my new customer acquisition cost was 21, which I could ride with because I go $21 and then I think, okay, what's my lifetime value? And I look at my lifetime value. So if I go down here, I'll show you guys. I spent $2,100 on ads and I made $17,000 in sales. But that's also because we have a big list. Because like I said, don't judge your chapter 1 to my chapter 15. You know, I've been collecting emails and texts and things like that for years. So we have a pretty large list. So a lot of these sales came from me blasting the list. Yesterday was okay. Yesterday was 2,000, but you see my new customer CPA is creeping up, and my blended's creeping up. But it's also creeping up because now I'm trying to spend a little bit more on ads, and I already hit the list. I talked about this in another video. I already hit the list, so now the people that fill in the gaps for me and make my blended lower, they've already purchased. So over time, I need to make sure that I have a campaign that is getting new people. If I don't have a campaign that's getting new customers, then I'm just going to be literally beating a dead horse, like hitting the people over and over and over that have already purchased. So if I go into yesterday, I just want to look at it for fun, and I look at retarget. Look, I spent my new customer acquisition cost. Oh, see, this is what happened yesterday. This is why I wasn't dialed in yesterday. Because I have the retargeting, this is my theory, is this validates my theory. Because I had the retargeting as an ad set inside of this main campaign. So I've explained this in my Facebook ads for beginners video, which is like a screen recording. It's not like low quality like I'm filming right now. You see this main campaign, this one at the top, that's a campaign. You see retarget, winners, and catalog. You see those ones that are on. Those are ad sets. I explained in the Facebook ad for beginners. The campaign is like a parent that gives out money to each one of the kids. The ad sets are like the kids. Now, if it thinks that retargeting is a better child than winners, and it's going to be smarter with the money and bring back more money to him, like the tablets parable in the Bible, he'll give more to that child. So, because it's a retargeting campaign and it's a low funnel, it's like low hanging fruit, yes, it's going to perform better than the other two, which are going to get me new customers. So the campaign is giving all the money to the best child, the retargeting. So you see what's happening is that day we got, only 16 new customers, and we got 61 total orders. And you can see here the new customer acquisition cost was super high because this is a low-hanging fruit for like mainly retargeting. It's mainly being shown to people who have already purchased from us. But what happened was that child retargeting took all the money out of that campaign's wallet and used it because it doesn't think winners and catalog are good kids and it can do good with the money. So it didn't give it any. But winners and catalog are going to go find the better people, the new people that we need. You know what I mean? So I need to get rid of this retargeting out of here, pull it out, turn it off, and then turn back on my regular retargeting, which I have. See it right? It's right there. That's my regular one that I usually have running. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn this one off. Oh, first I want to show you guys this. So one thing I wanted to mention was, by the way, I wanted to show you guys maximum. I've spent over $30 million on Facebook ads, but it'll only go back to 2020. It'll only go back to 2022. It won't even show the totals, but it's not even showing. Wait, hold on. Amount spent. It's not showing. It doesn't show at all, but I'm saying since I started, like in 2014 or something, I've spent literally $30 million on ads, which is wild. So in Shopify, it let me go back to August of 2014. So you can see I've spent probably more than 30 million, but that's the total sales I've received since then. Since I started the business. Average order value since I started the business. That's my conversion rate since I started the business. Most people wouldn't show you this stuff. I'm just saying most business owners that have e-commerce business wouldn't. That's my returning customer rate since I started the business. And that's the total sessions over time. So that could be the same person over and over too. But what I want to show you guys in Facebook ads is this. You don't really even need to have a retargeting campaign nowadays, is what I'm getting at. That one I had as an ad set inside of this campaign, that one was set specifically, like the targeting, specifically to show it to people that had abandoned cart within the past 180 days, this one. But what I'm saying is, look, if you look at this one, winners, this is just broad. This is just set up as broad to be shown to anyone on Facebook. Now, I have a column, which everyone should have in their account. It's called frequency. You see frequency? Now look, the top number is the retargeting ad. The next one down is the catalog ad. This one is set up to be shown. This one is literally set up to be shown to people that have abandoned cart. This is supposed to be a retargeting ad. It's set up for 3.58. I mean, its frequency is 3.58. Now, but this is set to maximum. Let me set it to 7 days. I like to look at frequency on the 7-day period. Okay, but look at this. I want to show you. But do you see here? The one that's set up, the two that are set up broad, they've still been shown to customers almost 3 times. If I leave this on longer, they'll be shown more. They are like a retargeting ad. But the reason I like to have a separate retargeting ad is because I can make the messaging specifically as if it's a retargeting ad. Do you know what I mean? Where even though this frequency is 2.85 and it's been shown almost 3 times to someone, it doesn't mean that they've seen the specific ad I want them to see after they abandon their cart. So I do like to have a separate retargeting campaign. I did set it up as an ad set inside of this campaign for fun just to see how it would do. I just wanted to see if the algorithm, like Meta, the machine learning, could know that it's a retargeting ad and only serve it when it knew it was supposed to be served. But what happened is what I was scared would happen, and it just started eating all the budget. It started giving all the budget to the retargeting campaign because that was the one getting all the sales. And what happened was I didn't get any new customers, barely any that day. Where the day before, on the 25th, the first day, more money was being allocated to these two, which are broad, And these two were getting me more new people. So that's why the sales were way higher that day. So if I pull, I'm going to turn this off. Now my $1,000 a day is going to go to these two. Do you see what I'm saying? One's a catalog and one has creatives in it. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to find my retargeting campaign that I usually have running. See, like the past 7 days, I had it on. I had it on a few days ago. I'm going to turn this back on. So I just set the account to maximum, and this one named Retarget New Products. This was my best performing retargeting campaign over the years. You see how it says 675,000 spent, 1.2 million made. The one below it is not a retargeting campaign, this one. And then the one below that is, actually, I made a profit for $100, and I made a profit column in here. I can show you my custom, I can show you how I make them. I'm trying to get the phone to zoom it, or not be blurry. I can show you guys how I make these profit columns so you can see the profit. But I could look at the retargeting campaign and see which one was more profitable. So this is the first one right here. Oh, I'm trying to get it so it doesn't cover it with words. So my profit per 100 was $91. Now this one's to retargeting. My profit, this one's more profitable. See? That's why I like to have the profit column. So I don't just go off with my own like, oh, that has the lower. See, look at this. If I went with this one, I'd say the customer acquisition cost is lower. Well, actually, no, this one's lower. But you see, I'd be like, they're very similar. I don't know which one's better. But because I have this profit column, I can see, oh, this one was way more profitable per transaction. So this one's getting turned on. See, and I have this set up as a retargeting campaign, which I don't even think you can set this up like this anymore. This is an old ad set from before they made all their changes. So I have it set up as retarget ads to people who interact with products on and off Facebook, and set it to, look, viewed or added to cart but not purchased in the past 180 days. So this is a pure retargeting campaign. If I click this button, use Advantage Plus, this ad set, as I know it, that's locked in time for me, that's an old school ad set that doesn't exist anymore, will be gone. It'll be made as the new Advantage Plus. It might perform better as Advantage Plus, but I like this because I have a little bit more control, so I don't touch it. I just leave it on. I can say, okay, retarget Advantage Plus catalog campaign. What do we want our daily budget to be? I'm going with $1,000. $1,000 a day. But that's because I know my numbers from, over time. I know I can go with 1,000. If I was starting out, I would probably take your average order value and multiply it by like 4 or 5 and do that as a daily budget. Or set it up on Big Cap. I have a Big Cap campaign running, or I did a little bit ago. And if you guys aren't familiar, I'm gonna make more like detailed Facebook ad videos. I don't even know why I'm filming this right now. I just was gonna show you guys what I do when I get on the computer. Okay, but yesterday we had a $41 new customer acquisition cost. So what we can do is I'm going to run that. Like today, so far the day started out, the customer acquisition cost has been creeping up because Facebook keeps allocating money in that campaign to the child, the retargeting ad it thinks is best. I'm separating that out so the other 2 children could go get new customers for me. And then my new customer acquisition costs should decrease. So we're going to see though, now that we've pulled the retargeting back out and it has its own standalone campaign, and I'm going to let those other 2 do its thing. We'll see. So you see how this is 1,200 a day? I just go up by, if everything's okay and I'm still okay with it, I just go up by like 10%. So I'll just go up to like 1320. I just keep increasing it by 10% a day. If it's doing good, if the numbers are staying where I want them. See, look, returning customer rate today, 95%. Let's go back to the 25th when I said that everything was performing good, when I set that campaign up. 79, you see? Because I was getting more new people. Baby's up. I got a solid 20 minutes. Name of the game. Back in action. Back in action. I'm going to name the channel Daily Daddy Pampers. I'm actually going to do something in the ad account. One of those retargeting ads I had the campaign and then I had one of the ad sets was a retargeting one. I'm going to remove all the inclusions that I put to contact Pat. I put in like all of our customer export lists from customers from 2014. And then what I do is I exclude people that purchased in the past 180 days. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera, I'm bouncing the baby. So what I'm going to do is, one of those ads, dude, performed so well that I'm going to actually make this ad set targeting broad. Oh, I can't do both at the same time. We're going to have to do the laptop later. Computer, I mean. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make that ad set broad. So I'm going to have 3 ad sets still. I'm going to just kill all the creatives except for the one that was getting all the sales. And I'm just going to leave that broad and see how it does as a top of funnel ad. See what I'm talking about. I got to get this dead squirrel off my... I got to figure out what in the world I got going on. I wanted to show you guys something. Like just in the past 10 minutes, or I'm turning that one off and I've already gotten like 6 or 7 sales from the new customer campaign. It already dropped it. Look, it already dropped the new customer acquisition cost from like 115 to 68. So little by little, it'll just creep down if everything keeps going the way I hope it does.
Step your games up. Step your games up.
Ooh. All right.